Hi, this is Jessica Bowman with SEOinhouse.com, and we have in-house veteran Allison Favela with RentPath. So Allison and I have been speaking at conferences for quite a few years now. So she has a ton of experience. She's worked at several different companies. So let's kind of get some perspective on what she thinks you should be thinking about from an SEO perspective. My first question is, what are the things that executives need to know about SEO so that they can help create a proactive SEO culture?
I think that they need to know that it is just as much a part of their marketing program as anything else, whether it's through television or press or through more traditional marketing. We need to stop segregating SEO from all the other parts and just know that it's just yet another way to bring traffic into a website.
Right, and it's a lot about also not thinking of it separate, but it's also part of the whole. Part of every other part of the whole is really where we're at.
Yep.
So my next follow-up question to that is, executive management needs to know that and push that down. But knowing is one thing. Now we need to look at doing. So the most important people to do something to help SEO would be management, 1 to 3 layers above SEO, right? Not the C-suite or those upper echelon executives. They're usually not the problem. It's that mid-level to lower level management. So what do you think the things that they need to do are to create that pro SEO culture?
What I found really helpful is to provide ammunition through data. So if you're first coming into an organization, you have a few quick wins. I mean, if you're around long enough, you know to find some low-hanging fruit, have some quick wins under your belt, and then you start showing some data. CC everybody about it, get people thinking about it, talking about it, and it tends to filter up to the people that are the ones that are putting the budgets together each year. And I found that to be pretty effective.
Very good. What do you think they can do to hold the other departments accountable? So having that data is great for them saying, yep, we need to do something, but sometimes I find when rubber hits the road, things aren't being done, oftentimes because of other priorities. So what are some things that you suggest?
To me, it's really important for everybody, all stakeholders, to be in the same room talking to each other. It's absolutely critical. I've had situations where I go to one individual about something else and the finger gets pointed to someone else, and I go to that person, they point back the other way, and so you need to sort of pull them all together and get everyone talking. Once you get everyone talking, now you are in a team, you're in this together. It's not just these one-offs that you are trying to assemble on your own. Now we're all in it together. Especially when it comes down to accountability. It's a lot more difficult to deny something when the person that you're trying to push it off onto is right across the table from you.
Right.
And so you get that stuff aside and you start thinking more as a team instead.
Okay, very good.
Oh, and just kind of add to that too, I'm very big on task lists and deadlines and deliverables and knowing who the responsibilities fall onto, and then following up on that too. So again, you might have this great moment where everyone's feeling good about being a team and everyone leaves, but no one really has any deliverables or any accountability or responsibility for anything. So it's important for everyone to leave the room to have just a little bit of a task, know what it is, know that you are the resource to come to it if they have questions about it, and know that it needs to be delivered back, and everybody comes back together again. And you can literally put it on a spreadsheet and sort of tick off where you are with it.
Yep.
And on top of that, it ends up showing progress too. So if you look 6 months down the road, all the things that were problematic at one time, it's really nice to come back to it and say, wow, not only did we get through all of this, but we've done this, and this too.
Yep.
And it's very gratifying and everyone feels like they've been part of it.
Yep, and that works really well for a project, but if you think about, okay, let's look bigger than a project, we like to basically incorporate accountability into your SEO dashboard. So you want to report on what we call critical drivers. The critical drivers are all of the activities that need to happen consistently in order for SEO to improve. If these things are not happening, don't ask why SEO isn't moving, because we've identified these must move. So what you'll need to do is say, okay, what should we be reporting on? What should be in our task list? And above and beyond that, what should be in our monthly dashboard that's going to actually define those critical drivers, the things that management needs to ensure are happening in order to move the needle on SEO.